Igor Tudor has been announced as Tottenham Hotspur's interim head coach on a deal until the end of the season. This scenario is nothing new to Tudor. He was parachuted in at Lazio in March 2024 and led them to a 7th place finish and qualification for the Europa League. Last season, the Croatian replaced Thiago Motta as Juventus boss and managed to secure Champions League football before being sacked in October. Now, Tudor will be tasked with steering Spurs away from the relegation zone, and his first game in charge will be against Arsenal in the North London derby. Thomas Tuchel will continue as England head coach post the 2026 World Cup after extending his contract by a further 2 years. The German's new deal will take him through to 2028, a year where England will co-host the European Championship alongside Scotland, Wales and Ireland. In November last year, Tuchel expressed their desire to stay on beyond this year's World Cup, having guided the Three Lions to North America with a flawless qualification campaign.
You're also over halfway through your contract now, and I just wondered if you thought at all about whether there's a part of you that would like to carry on beyond the World Cup.
Yeah, there is. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, especially since we're on track in the last 2 camps.
Extending his contract ahead of the World Cup is a clear sign of the FA's confidence in Tuchel, who's won 9 of 10 games as England boss. Newcastle could be without captain Bruno Guimaraes for up to 2 months after the midfielder sustained a serious hamstring injury. The Brazilian hobbled off against Tottenham Hotspur last week in only his 2nd appearance since recovering from a separate ankle issue. It's fair to say the Magpies have struggled without Guimaraes. They have failed to win any of the 12 Premier League games in which he has not started since his debut in March 2022, losing 6 and drawing 6. Raheem Sterling will continue his football career in the Netherlands after Feyenoord handed the 31-year-old a career lifeline. He will spend the rest of the season in Rotterdam, joining the Eredivisie side as a free agent after his contract was mutually terminated at Chelsea. Sterling had 18 months left on his old deal at Stamford Bridge, but negotiated his exit as he sought a permanent move elsewhere. The forward has not played a competitive match since May and was training away from Chelsea's first-team squad after being deemed surplus to requirements. It's been an injury-ravaged season for Arsenal forward Kai Havertz, who's suffered another setback, having only just returned to action. The 26-year-old has picked up a muscle injury and could miss up to 4 matches, including the North London derby against Tottenham Hotspur. Havertz has been restricted to just 7 appearances after suffering a knee injury on the opening weekend of the campaign. Prior to that problem, the German international tore his hamstring last February, which saw him miss the end of last season. Real Madrid have joined Spanish rivals Barcelona in withdrawing from the Super League, joining up with the European football clubs once more. UEFA and Real reached an agreement to end a near 5-year legal dispute over the breakaway Super League proposal.
I'm personally very happy that Real Madrid and Barcelona joined the family again. Honestly speaking, we were all tired of these disputes. And let me be even clearer, the only winner of this situation is football, nobody else.
The development comes 3.5 months after Real Madrid announced they would seek substantial damages from UEFA for blocking the project. In the 4th round of the FA Cup, Burnley were upset by League One side Mansfield Town. Pedro Neto bagged a hat-trick in Chelsea's 4-0 rout of Hull City, while Curtis Jones scored his first goal in over a year as Liverpool swept aside Brighton 3-0.
It's very nice to have him on the score sheet again and him having an assist, but I think what I like the most at the moment, that he's scoring goals, is something you can almost expect, but he also helps the team a lot defensively.
West Ham needed an extra-time goal from Crescencio Somerville to get past League One strugglers Burton. Leeds United held their nerve to beat Birmingham City on penalties, while Arsenal sailed through to the fifth round with an easy 4-0 win over Wigan Athletic. Sandro Tonali scored a brace to inspire Newcastle to a 3-1 win at Aston Villa. The home side were reduced to 10 men when goalkeeper Marco Bizzo was sent off just before half-time. Getafe made it back-to-back victories in La Liga after downing Villarreal. Atletico Madrid slumped to a 3-0 loss to Rayo Vallecano, while Vinicius Jr. converted 2 penalties as Real Madrid cruised to a 4-1 win over Real Sociedad. Fiorentina won 2-1 at Como to claim a huge 3 points in their fight for Serie A survival. Luka Modric came to AC Milan's rescue with a late winner against Pisa, while the match between Napoli and Roma ended in an entertaining 2-2 draw. In another dramatic edition of the Derby d'Italia, Inter Milan defeated Juventus 3-2 thanks to a 90th minute strike from Piotr Zielinski. The game's controversial moment happened in the 42nd minute when Pierre Kalulu was sent off after receiving a second yellow card. RB Leipzig were held to a 2-2 draw by Wolfsburg. A first-half double from Serhou Guirassy fired Borussia Dortmund to a 4-0 win over Mainz, while Werder Bremen's winless Bundesliga run stretched to 12 games after they were beaten 3-0 by Bayern Munich.
3-0 away against a Bremen team with a new coach. You could see there was a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of willingness to run and fight in the Werder Bremen team. So, and especially the conditions. We played on Wednesday at 9 o'clock, then we go here, and on Saturday 3:30. So I'm really satisfied with the way that we approach the game.
Marseille are now winless in 3 Ligue 1 games after throwing away a 2-goal lead against Strasbourg. Lens thrashed Paris FC 5-0, while Stade Rennais shocked Paris Saint-Germain 3-1, 4 days after firing head coach Habib Bey. Manchester City now sit just 4 points behind Arsenal after the Premier League leaders drew 1-1 against Brentford last week.
I understand how nice, 9 points, 3 points, this kind of stuff. That is okay, but that is not make winning titles or arrive in the last stages to try to win, to be close to fight for win the titles.
Vitor Pereira has taken the coaching reins at Nottingham Forest, with the tricky trees precariously placed on the fringes of the relegation zone. Athletic Club have found some form after hovering near the relegation zone, moving into the top half of the La Liga table with back-to-back victories. Valencia won a relegation 6-pointer against local rivals Levante, lifting them up to 14th and 2 points clear of the drop zone. Napoli's hopes of retaining their Serie A title are fading fast. Antonio Conte's side now trail leaders Inter Milan by 11 points. Fiorentina are out of the relegation zone for now after that vital win at Como. La Viola have played one more game than 18th placed Lecce, who played Cagliari on Monday night. Borussia Dortmund are unbeaten in 15 Bundesliga matches and on a run of 6 consecutive victories. Augsburg's crucial win over Heidenheim moved them up to 11th in the standings, 6 points above the relegation zone. Lens made the most of Paris Saint-Germain's slip-up, winning a 3rd straight match to return to the Ligue 1 summit. Auxerre won 3-1 at Metz to end a 6-match winless run and leave the hosts floundering at the bottom of the table.